Well, welcome back, Tough Men of Faith.
RT, how you doing today?
Good. We've been supposed to be recording like the last hour. And
We've just been talking.
Talking, yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
It transitions right into our episode, though. We probably shouldn't have recorded everything we were talking about, but
we definitely should not. Yeah.
But we're talking about the weight men carry today.
Yeah, we are.
And I mean, look at you.
You look like I'm carrying a lot?
You look like you had 4 hours of sleep and you're, carrying a lot. And
someone told me today, because someone I work with, they seen me today. And, when you work with someone, they get to know you. Like,
yeah.
Man, you look rough. That type of thing. Like, I just haven't slept the last 2 nights, been out dealing with some stuff, helping some people and things. And I told him, it's like, I got a podcast. And he's like, you need to go sleep or drink a lot of coffee or get a workout. You got to do something, because
I should have made you some better coffee. You showed up here at decaf and I was making fun of you.
I did make decaf, yeah. Hey, can they see this gun up here?
They can.
Okay. You got a new gun up here. What do you got?
It's my 12 gauge. It's a rabbit gun.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you how to rabbit hunt.
I know how to rabbit hunt.
We'll see.
I used to go as a kid. I had beagles and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
You probably shot your own dogs.
No, I never did. My dog didn't really get rabbits either.
Okay,
but,
gotcha.
Yeah, actually, when I would go, I was so young that
you're supposed to bring a nice gun. You've had a week.
I've had a week.
Yeah.
When I'd go rabbit hunting, when the dogs wouldn't do anything, my dad would just send me out there jumping on like the piles trying to kick up the rabbits. It's lucky I didn't get shot.
Lucky you didn't get shot knowing your dad.
I remember him like this, like guns ablazing.
RT, run slower. I gotta shoot.
Yeah. He was not a great shot. Yeah, this is nice.
Thanks, man.
When's the last time you shot it?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a safe queen for a little while.
What kind of gun? Like what brand is it?
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I wanted a double barrel side by side one day. And me and I think my buddy Jim, we went to a gun store in Speedway, and he's like, I know they got double barrels. I said, good, I'm gonna buy one. And I bought it and I love it. So
did you want a double barrel for any reason?
No, I just wanted a side by side double barrel.
Who is that cartoon character?
Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, I'm the guy.
Yeah, you're the guy, yeah.
I will put me on a red flannel hat and boom, 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 boom. We'll have fun.
I don't have any double barrels. I have some over-unders.
Yeah, I have an over-under too.
Do you?
Yeah. I have a nice over-under. I was going to put out here.
What caliber is the over-under?
12 gauge.
Okay, mine's a 410 and 22.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like my squirrel gun.
Yeah, it's for sure.
I shoot the 22. I'm probably going to miss.
Yeah.
Then I get him the second time.
Right? Yeah. Nice.
It's really is like my favorite gun to shoot.
Yeah.
It's
yep. I always wanted one of those. I've never had one.
They're tough to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
And then they make what's called a drilling. So it's 2 shotguns and then a high power rifle in the middle. It's a 3-barrel.
Okay.
And they use them overseas, but they were like for stag. Like if you see a stag while you're out duck hunting or bird hunting, then you can shoot a stag deer and knock it out, and you can also have like bird shot.
Yeah.
They're super expensive, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't have one of those.
Yet.
Thank you.
One yet. Yeah.
A friend of mine's got one. He gave like $20,000 for it.
Oh.
They're nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
What, man?
Nothing.
You look like you're falling asleep.
Man, I am struggling.
It's been a couple days, right?
It's been a couple days.
A couple nights.
Yeah.
Not for you.
Not for
visiting
me,
other
no.
people and hanging out all night. And
does lead into our episode, though.
Yeah.
Well, wait, before we get in that, September 10th through 12th.
Yep.
That's the Farmstead Summit. I've had a ton of guys asking.
Have you?
Yeah, so we'll get registration up here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Make sure you sign up early. Because probably have to limit that.
It's funny. I had some guys approach me this week. And they're like, hey, can we come watch you record a podcast? I was like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll bring some guys
maybe sometime.
We have some extra chairs.
Yeah.
But September 12th, go ahead and put that 10th through 12th.
10th
And I can't talk tonight.
Yeah.
I told you earlier today, like, you're going to have to carry us.
Yeah, I laughed at you, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. The topic tonight. So we almost talked about this a couple weeks ago. Didn't work out.
Right.
So I've had this thought, just thinking that men carry a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot of weight.
Yep. They do.
They do. So, every man's carrying something.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's just responsibility. And responsibility is heavy.
Yep.
That you carry. But the other thought I had is that carrying weight also makes you strong.
Well, it teaches you a lot.
It teaches you a lot. But if you think like the physical thing, like, so we've talked, like one of the things I like to do is like ruck, where I put a backpack on with heavy weight.
You know how wildly popular that is?
It is getting really popular.
I work in some neighborhoods of, like $2 million, $3 million, $4 million houses, and I see guys rucking through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they're not like on the creeks, but
Yeah.
You know, they're on the sidewalks and they've got backpacks on and they're carrying some weight, and it's cool how popular that's become.
It is. But the thing about I mean, when you think about that is, you know, if I'm just starting out, I'm doing 15 pounds.
Yeah.
So carrying some weight, but I keep adding that weight, right? So
Right.
where, you know, now I'm maybe 45, 50 pounds some
Okay.
days, and I'm stronger
Yeah. It's like
because of it.
30% of your body weight.
Funny. Yeah. You know, it's probably pretty close.
Yeah.
It's, um, it makes you a lot stronger carrying it, right?
Right.
So when you think about that with responsibility, like men carry a lot of responsibility, a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And so, but it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, it almost becomes easier to carry more after you've been dealing with things for a while or carrying less weight for a while.
It does.
It's the same way like conditioning works, strength conditioning works.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, emotional and mental conditioning kind of works the same way.
Yeah. But the problem with it is like, so you even take like rucking, like if you don't carry the weight the right way, you're actually going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to wear that tight on your back, high on your back, or you're going to wear a vest, right? There's the right way to do it. And also that you kind of build up to it.
Right.
Right. You just don't
Yeah.
throw 75 pounds on your back and go out one day
Yeah.
through the woods. So I think men as well, like I think will resonate with this topic because all men are carrying some weight,
Yep.
some responsibility. And so some men are tired, not because I think they're weak, just because of the weight that they're carrying.
Yeah, well,
right?
maybe they're carrying too much weight
Yeah.
that they don't know how to quite handle how to carry that amount of weight yet.
So if you think about the weight we carry, like let's just think of some areas. I think a big one would be financial pressure.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think financial pressure is probably huge.
Because as the man, right? So I was talking to my wife about it the other day that, you know, she works and, you know, she's involved for our finances, but, you know, I feel this burden that's, you know, I'm a man, I provide, right?
Yeah, you
and
carry.
so I
You
carry that
weight
financial
and
pressure.
exactly.
Because actually, you know, I brought this up. I don't know if this is a good thing to talk about.
It'll be fine.
I said,
if
hey,
not, Blake will edit it out.
I said, if you come back in the next life, I was like, would you want to be a man or a woman?
Yeah.
Or I gave the option of an animal. If so, which animal? So, I don't know. It's because I'm so tired, I think, right? So that's probably why I brought it up. And it made sense. And so, you know, she explained like all the reasons, like, that's not good to be a woman, which there's a lot of
there's a lot of things that
I
women deal with.
I would not want to give birth, right? It's like and there's a lot of other things.
Right.
And then, you know, it's nice to think it's easier to be a man, and the joke's always like, hey, you can get ready in no time.
Yeah.
You're not putting makeup on. You can pee anywhere. Right. Yeah, right. So it's like with your friends, you just punch each other, then you get along. And if, you know, for women, we got to work through this emotionally, like, and all these things, like. And then it turned a little bit more serious. Like, yeah, I understand all that. It's like I said, I think sometimes though, when with men, that's not talked about is that men carry a lot of pressure, and so we specifically talk about like the financial pressure of the household, right?
Yep.
So like, hey, I know that you do great things in this household, but as a man, I feel that the pressure to be a provider, right? So Scripture talks about that, right? A man who doesn't work and provide for his family is worse than really anyone.
Yep.
So men carry financial pressure.
Yeah.
I think marriage pressure.
Yeah, for sure, marriage.
If you're married, right? Like you're same thing. Like, hey, I'm going to lead this family well.
Right.
I'm going to lead my wife.
Well, that was the next thing I was thinking about was family pressure. Like, you know, carrying. And we don't have kids, but I see you, for instance, with 3 daughters who are all marriage age, and now you're vetting boyfriends, and you know, it's like that's got to be quite a bit of pressure because you don't want to hurt your daughter's feelings, but also you don't want your daughter to marry a loser. And, you know, it's like
parenting's a ton of pressure.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Even at a young age, right?
Even bringing them up, young. It's like
technology.
I work with a guy that just had a kid, you know, 2 weeks ago, and he looks about like you do in the sleep department. You know,
man,
he's like,
I must be looking rough today.
He said, I can't wait to sleep for more than 4 hours.
Yeah,
and you know, I mean, and that's a ton of pressure because you're trying to take that burden off your wife. You know, if you're a new family, or you know, maybe you're trying to take that burden off your wife, because she's with the kids all day, or she's working too, and you're trying to help carry that load, and it's just that's a ton.
Yeah, then you got your work stress, right? That brings some pressure and some responsibility.
You're trying to be better and do better, and you know, climb the company ladder and make more money, and
try not to get fired.
Not to get fired. Yeah, I mean, I get fired one time in my life. You bring it up on here all the time.
I wasn't even talking about you. I was just talking about in general. Like, listen, I try not to get fired too, right?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be really awkward for you and Blake if I get fired.
For somebody.
Yeah. So, but there is like work stress. Like that's a burden.
Yeah.
I think another one that depend on your age, like is your aging parents, right? So when you start seeing your dad or your mom get older, And all of a sudden you start having to like,
we don't have to worry about that.
sure, not for our dads, right?
Not with our dads.
Yeah. But how do you take care of them? And,
right.
And that puts a lot of pressure,
yeah.
right? On that.
Yep.
Your health, right?
Yeah.
If you're so consumed by all these other things, sometimes we forget about our health.
Yeah.
And then you got pressure like, hey, I need to probably work out and eat better, but I don't have the money to eat better. I don't have the time to work out.
I don't make the time.
Yeah. And then, hopefully as men, like godly men, that you're taking some leadership roles in your church.
Right.
Right.
That was my next thing is, what we're doing at the church. And
yeah, I look at a lot of men in our church and they're under some weight, like at our church, like in different areas.
Some guys, man, with 4 kids or 3 kids. And I see, and still the amount that they try and serve and help do. And like, it's awesome to see.
I mean, like you two guys, you both volunteer at the church. And, different areas, but like Blake carries the media at our church. And like that's a weight, right?
Yeah.
That's like, if it doesn't work, like everyone's looking at him.
Right.
You've sit on the deacon board and some other things, and you have to carry some heavy stuff during that.
Yep.
And, so the men just
humor.
feel that, right? You bring the humor.
Yeah, bring the humor to the deacon board.
Yeah. But when you look at strength, man, your strength isn't like the absence of having weight. It's really like the ability to be able to carry that weight well.
Right. Well, and look at, I always go back to this. Look at who's watching you.
Yeah.
Are your kids watching you? Is your wife watching you? Are the people at the church watching you? Is your community and your close friends watching you? How are you acting while they're all watching you? I had a conversation with a guy earlier today. He called me. He's like, hey, man, I had this issue. I don't think I handled this right. And here's what I did. And I was like, man, who was around while you were doing it? Well, my kids were around. My wife was around. And, he'd be yelling at somebody on the phone or something. I was like, what good did it do? He's like, it actually didn't do any good. He's like, and I've been carrying this around.
Yeah.
And he's like, today I've asked God for forgiveness 3 or 4 times. He's like, I feel really bad about it. It's like, well, hate to tell you this part and you're not going to like it, but you're probably going to have to go to that person and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to take the weight off your shoulders. But that's people carry this kind of stuff of this hurt and things, where they upset people, they hurt people, and they carry that too because they feel it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I got a good sermon like today because I got 3 points.
Yeah.
I don't even get those for my sermon.
If you're taking notes, write this down.
Write this down.
You're not talking with your hands enough. I need you to get your hands up like you do.
I messed up in church a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you noticed.
What'd you do?
I had my hand.
I saw you pointing, and you accidentally pointed with the wrong finger.
And then my shirt came unbuttoned.
Oh, did you bust it out? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
People are like, dang, does he have a wool sweater on under that shirt? No, that's just.
Let's get back to the material. Segment 1.
Here we go.
Point 1.
Yeah, here we go.
Are you doing the preaching hands?
Yeah, I'm doing your hands.
It's basically the thought that men are built for weight.
Men are built for weight.
You got it. It's like this. It's like this.
Oh, it's like weight. Like you gotta flex on it. Anyway.
Where culture would say like, hey, really what you need to do is you need to reduce stress.
Yeah.
You need to eliminate the pressure. You need to make sure that life gets easier.
But it doesn't really get easier.
And I don't think that's what we're made for.
No,
like
I think
we are made
we
to
learn
handle
to
weight.
handle it differently, but it doesn't get any easier.
No.
It might feel easier because we learned.
You're trying to hold my hand?
No, I'm trying to do the hand thing.
Oh, okay.
It might feel easier because we learned how to carry the enormous weight.
Yeah. Jeez. You asked Fatty Bible verses to go with this tonight.
I did, earlier.
A couple thoughts. There's one in Luke chapter 9:23 says, take up your cross, showing us that, okay, there's something to bear.
Yep.
Galatians 6 says, bear one another's burdens. If I'm going to bear burdens with you, that means I'm going to be under some weight, some pressure, responsibility.
Yeah, it means I'm going to help share your burden.
2 Timothy 2:3 says, share in suffering. Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with that.
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
What I was getting ready to say next.
Yeah, so that you see in those verses and other places, like, hey, there is pressure and responsibility and weight that we're supposed to bear, and we are meant to built to bear that weight.
Isn't it so fulfilling, though, when you got a buddy that's going through something and you can kind of help carry that burden with them? Not that we don't already have enough of our own burdens that we're constantly dealing with, but when you got somebody that's going through something and you can step in and try and help. That's huge.
It is. And I would say even on that and on your own, if you remove all that weight, you remove all your growth.
Yeah.
Because when you look back how you've grown in your life, like spiritually and in your maturity, you still need to maybe grow a little bit there.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Like it's like that pressure.
But
that you've had at some point has helped you do
it's
that.
like I said, I think a few weeks ago, it's like 25-year-old Nick will be really proud of 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and the things that I wanted to be at 25, I've become at 40. The things I wanted in life, you know, at 25, I've started to gain at 40. And it's like, you know, and even if you're coming down on yourself, you know, thinking about how I'm not where I want to be, think about who you wanted to be, you know, 10, 15 years ago and see where you're at in comparison with that now.
So men are built for weight.
Oh, yeah.
Point one.
Point one.
Point two, the wrong way to carry it.
Yeah.
So we use that rugging analogy at the beginning. There's a wrong way to carry weight.
Yep.
So what happens when you're bearing these burdens? A lot of times you begin to isolate.
Yep.
You want to carry it yourself.
Yep.
At least for me, I get quiet.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Some guys get angry.
Yeah.
Right? We all have, I think, the wrong way.
Yeah.
For me, it's not usually anger.
Yeah.
Some guys it is. Right?
Yeah. I'm an isolation guy.
I'm going to isolate. I'm going to get quiet.
Yep.
Maybe you're going to just kind of get numb. You're going to go to social media. You're going to go to alcohol.
Right.
Going to go to food.
Yep.
Distraction.
Yeah.
Stop praying.
You and I have talked about this multiple times. And like you'll call me on occasion and be like, hey, haven't seen you lately. Haven't talked to you lately. What's going on? Everything all right? And you know, I appreciate when you kind of call me out on that.
Yeah, and I think the question though, like we look at like, are you carrying this weight alone, or are you carrying it with brothers? But also, are you taking it to the cross? Right? Are you taking it to God?
Yep.
So when you're having this time of this really heaviness, whether it's finances, work, marriage, parenting, anything else that life's thrown at you,
all of the above,
right? Are you taking that to Him?
Yeah.
Right. To let Him know,
right,
that this is getting heavy.
Yep.
Or you're carrying it alone.
Right. Yeah. Are you putting faith in God to take care of you and to take care of your needs, or are you thinking, you know, I can do it by myself? Your prayer life lacks and everything lacks, and I find myself. That's not an uncommon place to find myself.
Yeah. The other thing with the wrong way to carry it is, you know, God has an assignment for you in this life.
Yeah.
And you're meant to bear those burdens and to carry that load.
Yep.
You're not meant to carry other loads.
Right.
So sometimes we're carrying things that we're not meant to carry.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly it.
We're concerned about stuff we don't need to be concerned about.
Yep.
Right. And so I think we can struggle with that as well. Like, hey, I'm a man, I'm going to fix this.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe it is for a buddy who refuses to change. Like at some point, like, hey man, there's nothing I can do for you. Right.
Yep.
I'm here.
I love you. I appreciate you. I'll help you if I can, but I'm not carrying that with you because you refuse to stop carrying it.
Yeah.
And there was a time a long time ago when you should have stopped carrying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point number 3.
Here we go.
How to carry it like a man of faith.
Man, like a tough
man of faith. Never mind.
Gotcha, yeah.
How to carry it like a tough man of faith.
You missed the plug, bud.
I did. Yeah. Did I mention I'm tired?
You did. Yeah. I mentioned. Yeah. Yeah.
For the thing here is like name the weight.
Yep.
Like I think we need to look at what we're carrying.
Yep.
Have you ever just like got busy with life and all of a sudden you look back and you're like, man, I'm tired. It feels like I have a lot going on.
Yeah.
And you don't realize like what all you're bearing right now.
Yeah. Yep. But I think like we talked about many times in the past is find your guy or a group of guys so you're not going through it alone.
Yeah.
Make sure your prayer life's intact and you haven't been neglecting that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just, you know, we talked about this in the past. It's so many people go to their pastor with issues. Maybe it's something as an adult you can work out on your own.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not time to drag. No, I don't mean on your own. Maybe you can go to the person that you're having an issue with or the thing you're having an issue with. And you don't have to drag certain people into it. You just, you know, it's time to grow up and double check your balls at the door. So I'm going to keep using that analogy for a while. I like that.
You know,
what's up, buddy?
There's a few things I've said
that you wish you wouldn't have.
In my career that have left impacts, but to be fair, I was talking to a group of men.
You were talking to a group of men,
right?
Yes.
And I was talking about the importance of like having men in the church.
Yeah. And I like it. But I mean, in all seriousness, it's a thing.
Yeah.
You said don't check your balls at the door, which was great. But a lot of men do that. A lot of men come off as a soft-spoken man when they come into the church building and when they're leading their lives, and it's okay to be a man.
Yeah. Second thing I had was strengthen your foundation. So
second thing.
Yeah, well, no, this is like, so this is how sermon
just like point 3,
I have
3, 2,
3 main points, and then at the end I have my application, how to live this out. All right, so that's
teach me how to write a sermon. And I
we can
fill
do
in
that.
for you
Maybe
one
one podcast episode we'll do like how to write a sermon.
Yeah,
or
that'd be
how I
fun.
write a sermon.
Yeah.
The second thing is like
In
strengthen
20 minutes on a Saturday night.
Yeah. Strengthen your foundation.
Yeah.
So daily time with God, right? So
Yeah.
if you're going to have to bear these burdens, you're going to bear burdens.
Yeah.
Right? Make sure you have a strong foundation. So you mentioned it, like praying,
Yeah.
time into word. Those things are important.
Yeah.
Right? The spiritual disciplines we've talked about, journaling, alone time with God, right?
Yeah.
So that's important. That
strong group of guys.
Yeah.
That you can,
No, you're getting to my next few points.
My bad, buddy. My bad.
The other thing, the third point of the application out of my 5 points for application.
Look at all these things you've taught me.
Is that
Yeah.
My time here's about done.
Right to your points
My
now.
time is about done.
Yeah.
Get around other strong men.
Oh, I thought that was your point, that your time's about done.
No, it's same with you.
Like,
It's
oh,
like,
man.
I've taught you everything I know. It's get around other strong men.
Yeah.
We underestimate this one. We hit this one a lot, but
We do.
when you're bearing burdens, you need to get around some other strong men. And make sure you can unload some on them.
Right.
Even if they just listen.
Right.
Sometimes we think things are heavier than what they actually are.
Yeah.
Some things are heavy.
Yeah. But sometimes things feel heavier than they actually are because we're going through it.
Yeah.
If you were going through my same problem, I wouldn't put so much weight on it. Yeah. And that's something else to think about too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point 4 of my 5 points of application is train physically. We don't talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
I think this is important. Right. I think if you're physically healthy,
yeah,
that helps you bear more.
I agree.
Emotional and spiritual burdens, just because you're healthier.
Right.
And so I think, I think that the training part also helps you mentally, right? So if you're going to lift weights, you're going to run, you're going to do something. I think that helps us, but also just having a healthier lifestyle of what you're eating and things that helps.
If you're not taking in so much negative things, maybe the negative things in your life don't have as much power.
Yeah. I think if you're just thinking, like for me, right? So if you're thinking clear, right, and if you eat certain foods, you're probably not that way. So I think that's an important one for bearing burdens. And then the fifth one's remember your why.
Yeah.
Why is it I'm doing this?
I think you say remember your wife.
You remember your wife if you're married. That as well. That is great. And that's number 6. That's my last, the most important.
Yeah. Remember your why.
But remember your why. Like, right, so when, we're joking around before we even jumped on here about some stuff at the church, right? For me, it's like, I have to remember, like, this is why I do it.
Right.
God has called me to this, right? And so you got to remember, like, this is why you go in this area and why you serve here, because God has called you to this. Right? Yep. It's important to you,
right?
Because God has, assigned you to this.
God's wired you in a certain way, for that thing.
Yeah. So when you kind of look at it, it's like the thought that, like, hey, God has entrusted you with this weight.
Yeah.
Don't drop it.
Right.
But grow under that weight that God has for you.
Yep.
Now, I think you said this at the beginning, and I didn't put this in my notes, but this will preach as well.
Oh.
Is that how did you say it? That it's basically like you're going to have
Don't
more.
Check your,
no.
Not that.
That you're going to get more put on you.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think, but that's the goal.
Right.
Right. So hopefully I can handle more for the kingdom and more weight when I'm 50 than when I was 30.
Yep.
Because I've been growing.
Right.
And what that does,
learning how to work under the weight.
And then think of the impact you're having, right? So you're influencing more people at that point, right? And you're seeing God move in a lot more ways. So, so it's been that slow pressure, right? If you put that pressure on you when you're 25-year-old Nick, you probably would have collapsed,
right?
But a little bit over time, you just kind of grow through that, or you collapse,
right?
So I mean that happens as well.
So since we haven't collapsed yet, we keep growing.
I would say if you collapse and you made like a sin or a failure or something happens and you just like.
Well, then maybe at that point in time, it's time to take a little bit of that weight off. And hey, look, I can't carry those burdens right now. I have to carry what I can carry, and pursue and grow under that. And then when I can carry more, maybe I'll let you know.
Yeah, I think what we need to make sure we mention, and this is what I have to always go back to, is that it's easy for us to preach like work, and do good at this, do good at this. But at the end of the day, like we just fall down at God's grace.
Yeah,
and so. You're going to fall down at times. You're not going to bear all the burdens correctly. Right. You're going to fail.
Yep.
But we serve a gracious God who he ultimately was bearing the burdens for us.
And knew that we were going to fail.
Right. On the cross, right? Yeah. So he knew we were going to fail. He never failed.
Right.
And so in our failures, he still loves us. He still has a relationship with us, and he still has a purpose for you. Right. Yep. And so I think so many men, we do fail. We see it for big personalities. We see it in our lives.
Yeah.
And when we really look, introspective and think about inside of us, we know who we really are, right? We know how weak and fragile we can be, and yet God still chooses to use us. And so,
Yep, Christ still died knowing that we were going to sin and still chooses to use us knowing that we're imperfect.
Yeah.
And that's, knowing that I'm an imperfect guy and God can still use me for something, that's, I think that's what keeps pushing me forward.
Yes, just want to encourage you guys, like, man, I don't know what weight you're bearing right now, but I know that you're bearing them, and you're going to bear more. To stay after it. Find some buddies to help at times.
I really like what you said. Live a healthy lifestyle. That way you can healthily carry burdens through life. Yep. Thanks, guys.
Man, Nick's ready to wrap it up. He's ready for the altar call.
Oh, yeah. Nope, we're not doing that.
Are you wanting to preach on a Sunday sometime?
I don't think so, dude.
Okay.
Maybe announcements or something. We'll talk about it, but that's about the most preaching I do.
Okay. Okay, we'll run you up there for announcements.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Actually, we'll see, because I don't know if you could stick to a script.
I probably can.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I actually freeze up when I'm talking in front of people.
I know. The one time you came up, it still makes me laugh.
Yeah. So.
September 10th through 12th.
Yep. Summit. Farmstead Summit.
Yeah, and then make sure on this one, like, if you know a buddy who's bearing some burdens, like, and has a lot of weight and pressure on him right now,
just send him this.
Send him this.
Yeah.
I found that there's a lot of guys, like, who just appreciate when other guys acknowledge.
I agree. Yeah.
Hey, man, I see you're bearing a lot. You have a lot going on. Can I pray for you?
Right.
Can I help you out? So, share it.
Yep.
Anything else?
Check out Increase Jesus.
Check them out.
Use the code tough-10.
Yep.
And get some cool stuff. Some shirts.
Yeah.
And
good job.
What's that?
It's a good job.
Thank you. And what else is there?
That's it.
Check us out on. We don't even have to say it anymore. Blake's got it all posted in the bottom. But check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagrams, whatever.
All right. See you guys next week.
See ya.